Alright, so today we're going to go ahead and talk about Kahono and why she potentially may be summonable for some of y'all. Now, I say some of y'all because of the fact that you already do have Season 2 Charmy, but for those who do not have Season 2 Charmy, I've actually been getting this question a lot. Should I go ahead and pick up Kahono? Because I did not realize until stream that this unit... This unit is the last healer to be released in the game until Witch Queen, and if you really think about it, Witch Queen is not a healer, so she's just playing that role for Black Asta mainly. Outside of that usage, you're not using her at all. But when it comes to healers, she is going to be the last healer in the entire game. So I know some of y'all might actually summon for Kahono because some of y'all don't have Season 1 Mimosa, some of y'all don't have Season 2 Charmy, and then some of y'all just don't want to bother building up SR Mimosa or Season or SR Charmy. So, I mean, look, if you're low on resources and low on crystals and everything, then at this point you're probably gonna have to resort on relying on these two. But if you feel like you want to go ahead and summon for Kahono, maybe you're a fan of the character or something and you do want a really good healer, then I would go ahead and say maybe throw like a multi or two. But I mean, not season, but SR Charmy and SR Mimosa, these two units are still really good when it comes to their healing capabilities. So that is something to bear in mind. You do have options, but if you do want to rock a SSR healer, then Kahono is going to be that option for you, okay? But let's go over to Pridewind and take a look. If y'all are new, drop a like, hit the sub, and let me know, did you summon for Kahono? Did you summon for Kyoto? And if so, how many summons did you end up going for? I will do the Kyoto build after this one, so stay tuned. But when it comes to Kahono, on her skill 1, she is applying continuous HP recovery equal to 4% of their max HP. So, this is really good. This is the only part of her kit that does have continuous HP recovery. You will not find it anywhere else. So unlike Season 2 Charmy, Season 2 Charmy's healing is continuous on every part of her kit, I believe. I think it's on skill 1, skill 2, ultimate. So that unit has maximum continuous HP recovery. But when it comes to Kahono, she is only offering it on her first skill, which it is on for 4 turns, which is longer than Charmy's. But yeah, so this is the only part of continuous HP recovery, and then when it does come to her skill 2, it is going to be playing that support role on top of healing. It is going to be for your entire team, by the way. So a barrier equal to 14% of max HP, grants all allies increased defense level 2, and then applying HP recovery for your entire team as well. So this is not too bad, and just like I said, offering that support role, just allowing their units to survive a little bit longer. So this is not too bad, and it's a really good skill too, okay? I can't lie. So I like it. I've used it before, and it has become handy in some situations. But when it comes to the ultimate here, you are applying a HP recovery equal to 20% for your entire team. So again, playing that healing role like she's supposed to, so you cannot go wrong with that. And on top of the fact that you are applying a increased all attack level 2, so increased physical and magical attack by 40%, which is honestly really solid. So no complaints. She's a great unit, but I feel like most of us already do have Season 2 Charmy, which is why you're probably not going to summon on this unit. But for those who are not in the same position as most of us, and you do not have Season 1 Mimosa or Season 2 Charmy, you don't have any of the SR healers built up already, then maybe this is a unit that you might want to summon for, okay? Combined attack is granting the partner HP recovery equal to 20% of max HP, and then you are also applying a increased all attack physical and magical by level 5, so 70%, which is honestly just insane. LR plus 2 passive is going to be a 5% damage reduction, which is not too bad, and then the unique passive is applying 10% increase in max HP, which is going to allow her to do more healing and provide a stronger barrier for herself and her team. So yeah, not too bad. And then that's pretty much the kit. So let's go back, let's take a look at the gear set now. The gear set is going to be pretty much identical to what I gave Season 2 Charmy. Both units are relying on that max HP when it comes to their healing capabilities, barriers, etc. And so with that being said, the gear set is going to look literally like what I gave Season 2 Charmy, okay? I think this is probably the most optimal sets, if I'm being honest with you. You do have the 30% increase in defense, which is just going to allow Kahono to survive even more, be a tank, and provide that healing support like she's supposed to. And then I did give her a 7% increase in max HP, which is just, you know, the more HP she has, then the more healing she's able to dish out. And then speed. You can't ever go wrong with speed, so I think this is a wonderful set if you do have that. But yeah, I would say go ahead and run this and you will be good for the most part. Now, if you want to, you can go ahead and just rock 6 HP pieces if you would like. I just don't think is worth it, especially when you do start to get higher up in higher ranking PvP. Then the sets actually do matter, and having that speed set especially is always something you're going to want to have on most of your units, if not all of them, just because speed is so important in PvP. Y'all know that already. So I would say go ahead and rock something like this for Season 2 Charmy and Kahono. You can switch them interchangeably and you'll be good to go, no problem there. But that is the gear set. And then for substat wise, you obviously want to go, if you are able to, okay, keep in mind that the major CC boosts for substat wise are going to be defense, HP, and I believe crit resistance. So if you're able to get all 3 of those for your gear set, you know, 3 out of 4 of them, then I would go ahead and say try to aim for that. But ideally the main ones you want to aim for is going to be HP. So if you can get HP percentages, go ahead and get that for Kahono. That way she has more HP, more barrier, more healing, etc. And then if you do want to throw in defense percentages as well, just to make her a better tank, it's just allowing her to survive more and provide that more HP support, then I would go ahead and rock with that. But that is going to be the main stat and substat. And then when it comes to accessories, again, rock with whatever you have, but I would go ahead and give her defense, and then whatever the last piece is you have. But again, try to go for anything tank or longevity wise. I think that's going to be great for this unit. So if you can get your hands on those, then you'll be good to go. So defense, HP, or crit resistance. But I low-key have not ever found an accessory piece that has a HP as a main stat. I've not found that ever. So if you are one of those fortunate ones that does have that piece, then kudos to you. But me personally, I've never seen one, so I'm not even sure if it exists. But if it does, well, yeah, use that. And then when it comes to the talent node, then for, I believe, her attack one, I just gave her 7% magic attack and then the 2.5% crit rate, up to 5 times per wave. And then this one I did go ahead, I'm going to actually swap this out, and I'm going to go ahead and rock with this. So this is going to be 5% increase in max HP, and then a 4% increase in defense alongside 2% crit resistance up to 5 times per wave. I think this is probably going to be the better set as opposed to this too. So the more HP, the more healing, the more barrier. You'll know that already. And then when it comes to this one, most likely I will probably give her the chance to reset skill 2 and then the 10% damage reduction. I think these two are probably going to be Kahono's best one. Keep in mind, you're not really interested in using Kahono's ultimate like that. I think if anything, her skill 2 is going to be much better for her, just offering that barrier on top of the healing. So in that sense, I do like it, but her ultimate is still really, really handy if you would like to use it. Now, moving on to skill pages, obviously the ideal one is that you are going to want to slap on Kahono's, okay? If you have Kahono's skill page, let's go to Pride One so I can show you real quick. But if you do have Kahono's skill page, then it is actually pretty decent. So Kahono here, where is it? Okay, so 35% chance of restoring 10% to 20% of all allies max HP when being hit by a crit. So if you are hit by a crit, then you do have a decent chance of getting more HP recovery for your team. And then if you do apply it to Kahono, then she is increasing HP recovery level 2 and then also dispelling a debuff times 2. So again, a lot of people tend to still run Lotus and Mars, etc. in PvP. So this is always going to be great to have, just because debuff boys are just always going to be meta 1000%. So this is not too bad. But if you do not want to rock that one, then you are more than welcome to proc this one. So applying 10% max HP. Right off the bat, that's going to be an insane skill pace to have for Kahono, just because, again, more longevity. So she's the exact same thing as Season 2 Charmy, okay? So you cannot go wrong with that. If you want to go ahead and get that skill page to Kahono, then you can. But yeah, those are some options. And then when it comes to the SR skill pages, SR Charmy is going to be great, just allowing you to have even more max HP. So 10.2% increase max HP is going to be great for Kahono as well. So yeah, your main goal is just to get this number up as much as possible, but then also be sure to run these gear sets, because I think it's going to be more beneficial than just having 6 HP pieces, in my opinion, okay? But let's go ahead and move on to team comps here. For PvE wise, then you can probably rock something like this. Let's go ahead and for team comps, let's do Kahono, obviously, and then if you would like to, then you can probably run a DPS. So I think something like this is probably what you're gonna end up running in PvP, right? You're probably gonna run something like this. This would not be too bad. Again, you have literally triple barriers. You do have support for magic attack, which is going to be these two. Ideally, you have Noelle's barrier, her ultimate, you have Rada's his barrier, his defense increase, etc. And then you do have Kahono with the healing and then the barrier as well. and on top of the fact that the all attack as well for Noelle to just do even more damage. That is going to be insane for PvP. For PvE, you can kind of just get away with whatever. If you do want to rock a mono blue team, then you can absolutely run something like this. If you would like to, then you can honestly just do this, right? This would be insane for, where are you? Mono blue, this would be great, right? So you can do something like this, and then if you want to swap out, you know, maybe you don't need 2 healers, which I think is definitely overkill, then you're more than welcome to run brother and sister together, which I'm surprised these guys don't have a combined attack together, which is very, very weird. So I almost feel like the devs forgot about the combined attack, and they're like, oh shoot, maybe we should have given one to Kiato and KAHONO because they are brother and sisters, which I don't know why, but yeah, this would be a great team comp for PvE gear farming. Again, it is going to be pretty fast farming because of Kiato's AoE skill and then Julia's second skill as well. So you have the support for the DPS, and then you do have the healing and all that stuff. So this would be a good team comp. I already showed off PvP as well. So yeah, that is going to be KAHONO for today. And let me know your thoughts on this unit. She is a pretty good healer, and I know that some of y'all are actually going to summon. So yeah, there you go. There is Bunny KAHONO, which is not looking too bad. But anyways, I'll go ahead and end it there. Let me know your thoughts on this unit, and subscribe if y'all are new. All right, drop a like. Peace.